welcome to today's video. I hope you are all well. So as you can see, we are in the car and we are on our way to the airport to fly to Budapest. So we're flying from Luton this time, and it's about 5:30 in the morning. So we are very tired, been up a couple of hours, and we are about half an hour away now from the airport. So we've got an early morning flight because we wanted to make the most of the day once we get there. So we're stopping for 5 days, 4 nights. So like I say, we are off to Budapest, and I thought I would take you guys along with me whenever we go on any weekends away or holidays. I always like to take you guys along. So if you would like to see our holiday to Budapest, then please continue to watch. So we are at the airport now, and the first stop is Hawker Bar, and we are going to have some breakfast. Obviously we've not had anything to eat yet today, so we chose this one because they did have some gluten-free items. So I had gluten-free toast with tomatoes, bacon and scrambled egg. Richard and Kaya both had the full English, and Harvey had the same as me but with ordinary bread. So we always like to start our holiday off at the airport and get breakfast, and we are flying with Wizz Air this time. This is the first time we've flown with Wizz Air actually. I mean, it's quite a budget airline, but it was absolutely fine. And like I say, we are stopping for 4 nights, 5 days, and we are stopping at the Opera Garden Hotel and Apartments. So this is it now. So we got a private transfer from the airport, and we've booked one to go back to the airport as well. We always book those before we leave home. So this is the reception area. Really like the tiled floor. So I'm just going to go and show you through the reception area and all of the hotel. I will also show you our bedroom. We had a 2-bedroom apartment, and we've got breakfast included, which I will also show you later on in the video. So if any of you are looking to go to Budapest, we would highly recommend this hotel. It was quite a small little boutique hotel. It was really nice. It was really clean. The staff were so friendly, and they gave you lots of little freebies. So they had these nachos with all these different dips. These were out every day in the afternoon. And they also had apples, and they also had drinks and pretzels and little chocolate biscuits as well. This is our apartment. So we've got a 2-bedroom apartment. So just excuse all the luggage because we've just put it down. So this is the door where you come in. That's the bathroom, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is the first bedroom, obviously. So it looks really nice. We've got a mirror, we've got a double wardrobe, we've got a big TV on the wall, we've got some bedside cabinets, some wardrobes. What's in there? A few little bits in here, sewing kit, right. And then this is the second bedroom. So just both the same, really, both the same decor, both got the TVs, and they've all even left little chocolates for everybody on the bed. So that's a really cute touch. And then we've got a table, chairs, and then a little mini kitchen area. So I mean, if you wanted to eat in, you could, but we won't. It's got a mini bar in there, it's got microwave, it's got hob, so it's got everything you want. It's got a safe in there, and then we've also got a kettle and a coffee machine and lots of coffees. So really impressed so far. Really like the reception area and the courtyard. I'll film that again because I couldn't really film it that much because the lady was showing us to our room. So I'll show you the bathroom now. So let's go in here. So obviously we've got sink, hairdryer, tissues, mirror. Oh, we've got some toiletries up here as well. Shower cap, soaps. It's that L'Occitane as well, which is quite good. Oh, and rituals as well, so that's good. Bath and shower gel and shampoo, soaps, shower cap. What's that? Oh yeah, lots of things. Then obviously the shower, just got some shower gel in as well. And obviously the loo, I think that's it. Oh, and the towel rail. So yeah, really impressed. So we're gonna have a quick, just freshen up and get changed, and we will go out and about. So this is what it looked like when you came out of our room. So like the walkways were open. It was really nice, really unusual. There was a little courtyard down there, as you can see. Some of it was undercover, some of it wasn't. And like I say, the walkway's on the outside, and then the lift there as well on the outside. So you really got a nice view when you went up and down in the lift. So these are the pretzels and the chocolate biscuits that they had out free every day. And they also had homemade lemonade and iced tea. And in the evenings, they had sangria as well. And they also had ice cream out as well in the morning. So lots of little nice touches. So the first thing we always like to do is have a look around near the hotel, find our bearings. And this is where we went first. So this is called Liberty Square. As you can see, it's got all these fountains and a good place to cool off. It was very hot when we got there. Luckily, it wasn't as hot as it has been. Last week and also next week are extremely hot, mid to high 30s. But it was still really nice, and I'm glad it wasn't too hot when we went. Liberty Square is also known as Freedom Square. There are lots of monuments. It's quite a controversial place in Budapest, but we did want to come and see it. There is also a cafe there. There is a children's play area. There's the US Embassy. So there's lots of buildings and memorials there. So it is quite a famous place. So we wanted to come and see it. It was quite near the hotel as well. So I wanted to share it with you. So the next stop was the Hungarian Parliament building. So this is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Budapest, and as you can see, it is absolutely stunning. And later on, when we go on the river cruise in the evening, you'll see it all lit up and it looks absolutely beautiful. This is the largest building in Hungary. The architecture of this building was influenced by the Gothic Vienna City Hall, and it has apparently got 691 rooms and it was built between 1885 and 1904. And we'll see that, like I say, later on in the video as well when we go on the river cruise. So we booked all our trips before we set off. We always do that. We booked to go inside St. Stephen's Basilica and the river cruise and a couple of other things as well. The thermal spa baths, which again you will see later on in the video. We highly recommend doing this because then you can make sure you can definitely get places in the areas that you want to go to. You make sure you can definitely get in the things that you want to see. And also, I think it helps to give you a bit of an itinerary, so you've got certain things to stick to, certain things that you know you definitely want to see, and it just makes sure that you don't miss anything really. So I don't know how much you know about Budapest, but I'll tell you a little bit about it. So Budapest is separated by the River Danube. The River Danube is the second largest river in Europe, and it flows through 10 countries. We stopped on the Pest side of the river, and over the other side is the Buda side. Both sides have beautiful buildings and monuments. There are tourist things on either side of the river. We obviously went on both sides. When we go over to the Buda side, I'll tell you that we're on the Buda side. So after we'd done quite a bit of walking and seen the Parliament building, we was ready for a little snack. So we stopped and I got a cold iced hot chocolate, which I've never had before. It was basically a bit like a chocolate milkshake. So the next thing that we're going to go and see is the shoes on the Danube. This was really poignant and quite upsetting really, but it is one of the most famous tourist things to do in Budapest. So this memorial is called Shoes on the Danube Bank, and it was erected on the 16th of April 2005. So what it represents is to honour the Jews who were massacred during the Second World War. They were ordered to take off their shoes and were shot at the edge of the water so that their bodies fell into the river and were carried away. So this memorial represents their shoes that were left behind on the bank. So there are 60 pairs of shoes in this memorial that are made out of iron. So they're period appropriate shoes. So they are like what they would have worn back then. And I just thought some of them, it was so moving. The little ones, the little baby shoes, really sad. So today candles are placed in the shoes and flowers are also laid alongside them. So we're just carrying on now with our little walk around, and we are going to go for dinner at this restaurant that we booked before we came. It's called Tom George, and we booked this because it's a really nice restaurant. It's got really good reviews, and they also do offer gluten-free options. Obviously now with being celiac, it does take a little bit more planning of where to go to eat, but I do have to say that Budapest had some really good options, and I will talk about them as we go throughout the video for anybody who is gluten intolerant or celiac. I think there are definitely more options here than there are in England. So we thought this restaurant was really nice. The decor was nice. We treated ourselves to a bottle of wine. After all, we are on our holidays. I had the gluten-free pasta carbonara, and Richard had lasagna. Harvey had pizza. Kaya wasn't very hungry because she'd had some chips only a little bit earlier on in the day. So she just had a dessert. She had some chocolate cake. Recommend this restaurant. They did all the pastas gluten-free. We thought it was really nice. We all enjoyed our meals, and this was the end of our first day. We did go to bed quite early, as obviously we'd been up really early and we had a really long day. Hi guys, I'm back. So today is the following day, the following morning. So this is our first morning in Budapest, and we are going to go down now to the hotel for breakfast. I've been told they have some gluten-free items and some gluten-free bread as well. So we pre-booked breakfast before we came. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a few things that I can eat. But I'll show you when we get down there. So the first thing we noticed was they had all the free ice cream out. So they also always had 3 flavours of ice cream that you could have in the morning. So I just wanted to share that bit with you before we go in for our breakfast. So here we are having our Bucks Fizz. So every morning they had champagne out, so you could have a mimosa or Bucks Fizz, whatever you want to call it, for your breakfast. So I'm just showing you now some of the things that they had. So they have obviously had all the cereals, they had all the pastries, all the bread, toast, they had hot items as well. and obviously the coffee machine and the juice machine, and they did have gluten-free bread and gluten-free croissants. So this morning we are going to go on a little walk around near our hotel, and then later on we're going to go and catch the tram to Margaret Island, which I will be vlogging shortly. This stunning building here is the Hungarian State Opera, and it has been performers have been performing there for over 130 years, and it's just another one of Budapest's stunning buildings. I have to say, it really is a beautiful city. If anybody is thinking about taking a trip to Budapest, we would highly recommend it. We thought it was stunning, so much nice architecture. So we are now going to be going on to Andrassy Avenue. It's the most famous street in Budapest. They call it the Champs-Élysées of Budapest. So it's got all the designer shops. It's got Louis Vuitton. It's got Rolex, Omega. It's got Jimmy Choo. Lots of beautiful designer shops. So if you want to do some designer shopping while you're there and you've got plenty of money, then it's definitely worth taking a look down Andrassy Avenue. And even if you're not spending, it's always nice to go and have a look. We are now walking to go and catch the tram. So we are going to go on tram number 2. So we researched this before we left for Budapest, and tram 2 is a really nice scenic ride. It takes about 20 minutes, and you go past the Chain Bridge, you go past the Hungarian Parliament, you go along the side of the River Danube. So this is all the view that we got from the tram. The tram is so reasonably priced as well. I think it cost us about £1 each, the equivalent of about that, so cheap. And like I say, about a 20-minute ride on the tram, and you go past lots of the beautiful buildings all across the River Danube here. So these are all the views. So as you can see, it's really nice scenic ride. So we're going to go from one end to the other on this tram too, to get off, and then all we've got to do is a short walk then to Margaret Island. There is also a metro, so there's also an underground station in Budapest, but actually we didn't use that, so I can't comment on that. The tram tickets we got from a kiosk at the end of the tram line. There was a kiosk, and you just paid for your tickets there, so it was really easy to do. So we are now at Margaret Island. There are lots of ways you can get around the island. No cars are allowed, but there are bikes you can hire and little electric cars, scooters. We hired a little electric car. Harvey drove. It was really reasonably priced to hire. You could either hire it for half an hour or an hour. We chose an hour, which was absolutely plenty of time. The island is 1.6 miles long, and it's got lots of things to do. It has got a running track, it has got a pool, it's got a musical fountain, it's got a couple of cafes. It's got lots of nice greenery. It's also got the ruins of a convent there as well on the island. It is actually named after Princess Margaret, who went to the convent there. So that's how it got its name. It's so nice, and I think it's really nice that it's in the middle of the city, so you can just get away from the noisiness and the busyness of the city. It was really quite peaceful and nice and tranquil. After we hired the little car, we obviously then took it back, and then we went walking around the island as well. With it only being obviously 1.6, you don't need to hire one of the cars, but we just thought it was something a little bit different to do, and we did really enjoy it. There were also a lot of bars on the island. We went in the morning, so it wasn't busy. But obviously, if you go later on in the evening, I bet this is really busy here. Lots of bars. This bit was called Hippie Island. It had lots of nice bright colours. Really pretty actually. Like I say, in the evening when it's all lit up, I bet it really looks nice. But we was glad that we went in the morning because it wasn't busy. So Margaret Island is obviously in the river Danube, and it is located between the Buda and the Pest side. And it was something we really enjoyed actually. I would highly recommend going there. You can spend, I'd say, half a day there. Easily half a day. You can get something to eat there. We didn't go in the pool, but there is an outdoor pool that has got some water slides. We was going to go in it, but we decided not to because we'd got a busy schedule, so we didn't want to go in. But yeah, like I say, if you want to cool down, there is a pool, or if you've got children, they probably really like it because it has got the water slides. Next, I'm going to show you the musical fountain, which is one of the attractions there. There is this petting zoo here as well, free to get in again, and as you can see they had deers, they had ducks, they had birds, ponies, storks. It was only quite a small zoo, you know, but it was free to get in, and I love looking at the ducks anyway, so we really enjoyed it.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. Afternoon, we lay awake in bed. The laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop.
So after we'd visited the island, we walked back to the hotel, but we had to have a stop at Burger King because they do a gluten-free Whopper there, and they don't do it in England. McDonald's and Burger King abroad always seem to do gluten-free stuff. So if you're celiac or gluten intolerant like me, yeah, I tend to get a little bit excited about that. Yeah, a bit sad I know. But we're making our way back to the hotel now. So this is where we eat our breakfast in the morning. So we've come back to the hotel. We've just been to the spa and got a few drinks and snacks, you know, like you have to when you're on holiday. And we've just come up to the roof terrace. There's some of it in the shade, some of it in the sun. So it's really nice actually up here, and there's only the four of us up here. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what it's like. So it's not very big, but it's a lovely little spot, really nice. And they've got some different seating areas, some nice comfy chairs, some egg chairs, which me and Harvey have nabbed. We've also got a TV and a mini bar. And it's, you have to put your name down and what you've taken out of the minibar if you want to get anything, yeah, water, beer, etc., wine. Then there's lounges, and then there's this seating area as well. And yeah, it's just a nice little spot. And as you can see, some of it obviously is in the sun. and you can move the tables, obviously the lounges, to where you want, or you can be in the shade. So it's just a nice quiet little spot to come back to relax when you've been out and about in the busy city. So I just thought I'd show you this nice little area of the hotel. The hotel's really nice, a nice little boutique hotel, and we're really enjoying it so far. After we had a little rest on the roof terrace, we are making our way now to the High Note Sky Lounge. They have a lot of roof terraces, sky bars in Budapest, and we are going to visit 2 while we're here. So we're going to walk past St Stephen's Basilica, and then we are going to go to the sky bar. So the High Note Sky Bar is located on the roof of the Aria Hotel in Budapest. It's open all year round. It's got an absolutely stunning terrace. It's got wonderful views all over Budapest, and it's got great views of St Stephen's Basilica. It is absolutely stunning here. I recommend to book because it does get very busy. It is probably the most famous sky bar in Budapest. It's all along this musical theme. This Aria Hotel is so gorgeous. If you've got plenty of money, wow, it must be absolutely amazing to stop in the hotel. While we were there, Harvey actually Googled how much it was to stay in one of the rooms in this hotel, and the cheapest room was over £1,000 a night. So, yeah, very expensive, but as you can see, the hotel and the sky bar are both absolutely stunning. If you can't afford to stay in the hotel, we would definitely recommend going to the sky bar there. You can have food or you can just have drinks. We just had drinks. I mean, the drinks aren't cheap, but for the views, absolutely amazing. And also, if you go sort of at sunset, even better because you can see everything as it's starting to light up all across the city. So there's the Budapest Ferris wheel. We're going to go on that later on in the week. And then these are our drinks. So me and Harvey had a cocktail. Mine was a lychee martini. And it was very nice. And the seating area was really nice and comfortable as well.
Running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. Stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just 2 hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shot from the top. We're gonna be 2 hearts running wild. We're gonna be 2 hearts running wild.
So it is the next day now and we are at the Gellért baths. So there are a few thermal spa baths in Budapest. We decided this one after looking at reviews and looking at pictures on the internet before we came. We booked tickets, joint tickets for this and also for the river cruise. We booked them before we left England, like we do most of the things when we're going away. We like to book them to make sure we can definitely get in on the places we want to get to. So like I say, we chose this one, but there are a few thermal spas around and in Budapest. I think this is definitely a must-do if you're visiting Budapest. It's famous for its thermal spas. This is one of the most famous ones, but there are a few around and in the city. So this one has 10 pools of different sizes and different temperatures, inside pools and also outdoor pools as well. It's open every day from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We got there about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and as you can see from these videos, it was really nice because it was so quiet. I think we spent about 4 hours there. Obviously you can spend as long as you like there. It's ideal, it's got lots of lounges so you can relax. If you take a book or something, you could definitely spend all day there. This spa opened in 1918. It's in the Art Nouveau style, and as well as all of the pools, it does also offer saunas and also massages. It has got a couple of cafes, it's got a wine bar as well. Just to let you know that in a couple of the pools, one area of the outdoor pool and also one of the indoor pools, you do have to wear swimming hats. So we obviously didn't go in those, and there's still plenty of pools that you can go in. Obviously it's got 10 in total. As you can see, it looks really nice. It's got some really nice areas. Lots of nice flowers and scenery and things. And also I must tell you that you have to take your own towel and your own flip-flops, so you are not allowed to wear shoes around the baths, just sliders or flip-flops. There is a spa shop if you do forget your towel, but obviously you have to buy them. So yeah, make sure you take towels and flip-flops. And we had changing rooms obviously to get changed into, and they're lockable so you can keep your valuables inside of the changing rooms. So after our visit to the Gellért baths, we walked back over the bridge to the Pest side and we went to see Heroes Square. There are two important buildings near here, the Museum of Fine Arts and also the Palace of Art. It's really pretty round here. There's a stunning boating lake, there's some beautiful little ice cream shops and cafes.
Sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out,
For this evening's meal, we are going to this restaurant. It's called KARIN, and the whole restaurant is lactose and gluten-free. So I researched, before we came away to Budapest, gluten-free restaurants, and there are a few that are totally gluten-free. Since being diagnosed as having celiac disease, I always like to research places now, and I join lots of Facebook groups. That's an ideal way to get to know what restaurants and things are available. So this restaurant was beautiful. The decor was really nice. I had, and Richard also had actually, the farm fried breaded chicken with mashed potato and cucumber salad. Like I say, it was all gluten-free. It was absolutely wonderful to be able to choose anything off the menu. Harvey and Kaya both had the burger with homemade chips and coleslaw, and they also really enjoyed it. It was actually one of their favourite meals while we were there. And I had to have a pudding because they did apple crumble with vanilla ice cream, and all gluten-free again, so it was absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend it. After our meal, we went to another sky bar. This one is on top of the Marriott Hotel, and it's called Liz and Chain. It is obviously on the banks of the Danube. It's on the Pest side, so you can see out across onto the Buda side. There is Buda Castle, which we are going to visit later on in the week, so that will be coming up. It's called Liz and Chain, the sky bar is, because it is situated between the Liberty Bridge and also the Chain Bridge. So it's the next morning now, and today we are going to visit Buda Castle and also Fisherman's Bastion, which are two of the most popular tourist attractions in Budapest, and we are going to take the funicular up to the top of the hill. You can walk up the hill if you'd like, but the funicular was a really good price, and obviously it offers outstanding views across the river Danube. So this is on the Pest side, and the funicular was a really good price, and you can get a return ticket so you can go up and down. They run every 10 minutes or so, and we went in the morning and we got straight on, and we got in the best carriage with the best views. As we was coming down the hill sort of later on in the afternoon, or lunchtime I think it was really busy. So again, highly recommend doing these things in the morning if you want to get the best views and it not be too busy. A bit of history about the funicular. It's been in service since 1870. However, it was completely destroyed during a bombing raid in World War II. So after that, it had to be meticulously reconstructed and rebuilt in the same vintage style that it was. It runs on a 95-metre route. It's 50 metres elevation. It's got 2 tram cars. It is open every day, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So we're at the top of the hill now, and we're going to go to see Buda Castle, but before we do, Kai wanted to have a look and get a better view through one of the telescopes there. Up near Buda Castle is where the Sandor Palace is. This is it now with the guards outside. They did some manoeuvres about every hour or so, and this is the official residence and the workspace of the President of Hungary. The neoclassical style palace began being built in 1803, and it took 3 years to finish building. It was completed in about 1806. Whilst I was watching this, all I kept thinking about is how hot they must be, because they had black leather gloves on and their hats, but they did have sunglasses on them. So yeah, it was an interesting thing to watch. So now on to the Buda Castle. So another beautiful building in Budapest. is the castle, and it was first completed in 1265, although the large building that is there now was only completed between 1749 and 1769, so not all of it dates back to 1265. I just can't get enough of these breathtaking views across the river. So now we are at Fisherman's Bastion. We didn't pay to go on the observation deck, but you can do. I think it's still quite reasonably priced. However, you can get some beautiful views from the outside, so we didn't think it was necessary. Again, one of the most popular tourist destinations in the city.
But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Here we go, turning all the wrongs into rights. Here we go, you can take me there tonight. Whoa, this life is all we know. Whoa, I can't stay if you can't let it go. I never really know what's going on.
Next, we are going to go on the Ferris wheel, again offering outstanding views of the city. Everything is about the architecture and the views in Budapest. The wheel is open every day. They're open 365 days of the year. We just bought the tickets when we got there. It wasn't very busy. I think it gets more popular at night because obviously you can see the city lit up then. So it's open every day, 11 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. Next, we are at a beautiful little cafe. This is called Her Bar, and again, this is completely gluten-free. So we all had some of their raspberry homemade lemonade. Lemonade is a big thing in Budapest, in Hungary, but it isn't fizzy. If you're expecting fizzy, it isn't. And then me and Harvey both had some of the gluten-free waffles. I had mine with the full works. This evening we are going on the river cruise. Again, I would highly recommend this, and I would recommend booking in advance. There's loads of company that offers river cruises. This one we booked with a joint ticket, like I said earlier, with the Gellért baths. So but obviously you can buy individual tickets if you'd like. We thought that the best time to go was at sunset because then you can see the city when it's starting to light up.
And I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just
So it is now our last day in Budapest, and this morning we are going to go and see St. Stephen's Basilica. So this is a Roman Catholic basilica. It's named after Stephen, who was the first king of Hungary. This is the most important church building in Hungary, and it's one of the most popular tourist attractions. It's the third highest church in Hungary as well. You can go up to the dome by an elevator, or you can also go up the 364 steps for a panoramic view of the city. If you visit Budapest at Christmas time, there is a fair that's held in the square in front of the Basilica. And part of a film called Inferno, I've never seen it, but that was filmed in front of the Basilica on St Stephen's Square. While we was there, we did see the security guards for NCIS. We used to watch it, me and Richard did, and they're filming the new series, a spin-off series about Tony and Ziva. If you watch NCIS, they're actually filming that at the minute in Budapest. Anyway, back to St Stephen's Basilica. This is a world famous organ that's been used in many concerts over the years. Now in this box here, I'll zoom in a minute so you can see it. It is the right hand of King Stephen, of St Stephen. It's 1,000 years old. It's his mummified right hand, and it's known as the Holy Right. And every year on August the 20th, so we missed it, Hungary takes it out for a walk. That is actually what they do. The occasion is called St Stephen's Day, and this relic actually leads a parade each year. We are now coming up to the end of the video, so I really hope you have enjoyed our little holiday to Budapest, and I will see you all again very soon in the next video. Bye!